you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
You talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Talk Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadet. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network. Call 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you.
And talk to you is what we do here on the Higher Learning Network TV show. And we're broadcasting simultaneously with the Female Solution Radio TV show. And today it is the Teens, Tweens, and Tots talent contest. So they come from here to there, from old to new. So we got them all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And my co-host today is Deborah Smith, Mrs. Deborah Smith with Move Around with Deborah, host of Move Around with Deborah every third Saturday. So mark your calendar. Where'd you go this past Saturday, Deborah? On the show?
I go. Actually, today I was cruising.
Oh,
with the wonderful wide world web, you can travel every day. So this morning I cruised.
Okay.
Yes, on the fabulous Royal Caribbean Utopia.
Oh, I want to go. Where you going to? Where you sailing to?
It was so much fun. Well, I sailed right outside of my home. Right inside of my office.
I know that's right. Because right now I'm in Jamaica.
You see us right over there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, in the water.
Yes.
I just learned how to swim.
Amazing. Travel is just awesome. And the education, come on now. Yes. And the children, if you expose the children to travel, oh my gosh. I know the children that we're going to see today, I know that they've done some traveling.
Oh, yeah. You can tell by their conversation.
Exactly.
By their experience, the things they've done. Because you don't see some of the things that they do. You just don't see it in our community.
Right.
And that's a good thought. Maybe we need to take the teens, tweens, and tots on a cruise.
Yes. And you can travel to one location from all around the world.
Yes, I think we should do that.
I think we should as well.
And I think because you are the travel expert, I think can make that happen. I like that. Around the world in a day.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I got to write that down because I'm not going to pretend to remember that. Around the world in a day. See, is she writing that down?
I like to go around the world longer than a day. Maybe 7 days.
Okay, 7 days. In 7 days.
And then that's 7 days on the ship.
Yes.
And then you got to get to your destination, melanate that. And then when you get ready to come home, you got to take a day to rest.
Yes, you do. I thought it was just me. Okay,
no, it's not.
Good. Because you experienced jet lag too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, not only that, you have to woosah. You have to, you've been all shooken up. And when you travel, sometimes depending on the reasoning for your travel, you're doing so much in activity that you're not used to. So you have to kind of decompress when you return home.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Decompress.
Decompress. Yes.
Well, I'm glad our viewers have decompressed this morning and this afternoon now, and they have decided to join us. So while you're there, if you're enjoying the show, and I know you are, because the goodies are about to come, please subscribe. Thank you for subscribing to our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I just said that right. Higher Learning TV Show. It's all at Higher Learning TV Show. And if you are watching at onaireverywhere.com, we appreciate you there as well. So today we are going to get started because we got a nice lineup. But before I do that, let me remind you that you will get some kind of information here that you don't get elsewhere. Okay, what just happened? Why am I here twice? Oh, that's funny. Oh Lord, okay, there we go. Don't
That's
ask me.
like the Doublemint twins. Remember?
Okay. Oh, that was funny. Okay, let's take my glasses out so I can see. Okay, I hear a double voice that I should not hear, so that means I have a window open. So what I'm going to do is play this so that you can't. How do I kick her out? I'm trying to kick myself out, but it's not working. Okay, well, just let me put this up so you can watch it. All right, because before we get started, I want to share a little history with you. All right, here we go.
We can do a history lesson here in the studio. So this is a timeline that my colleague Paul Abina in London, England, and I developed. He was a high school history teacher.
Okay, I have to stop that because something. Oh, I got two windows open. Yep. Here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so now it's gone. Okay.
Okay.
I was doing a test beforehand and I left that window open. So now I can present this to you because you get a little background on who you are, especially our children. So here we go.
Teacher, right? And so because folk don't really understand and appreciate history because it's not taught right. So what he did was to lay out 8,000 years of history, beginning 5,200 years in the past, going into the present moment, and then 3,000 years into the future, because the whole purpose of the present moment is to connect with the past so that you can create the future. And so we have here a layout of the accomplishments, scientific accomplishments made by African people. So we don't have to make anything up. All we need to do is to do the research. So here we have Napa Playa, the first astroarchaeological calendar that was developed in Africa, 7,200 BC. 3,500 years older than Stonehenge. Africans studying the stars, knew that the earth was round, knew the earth revolved in this orbit around the sun. We have here Africans building great temples and pyramids, and Hotep built the Step Pyramid, the first building in the world, the Great Pyramids at Giza. We have images. I go from mic to mic. And we're about the headset. Let me take the headset off if you don't mind. So here we have images, actual images of all the African rulers, kings and rulers, images that were carved during their lifetime. Man. So we can see that they're African, even though the noses might be missing or the lips might be missing. We can see that these are African people, and these are the things that they created: writing, agriculture, astronomy, physics, you name it, medicine. The first physician in recorded history. So this is all what we did when we were in control of our destiny, brother, right? And then to give you context, right here, 832 BC is when Homer wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey. The first European book was written thousands of years after Africans had written books and kept them in their libraries and their temples. And then right here we get to 753 BC when Romulus and Remus founded the city of Rome. So right here, this little bitty space right here is the beginning of Greco-Roman history and culture. This is the beginning of white folk culture thousands of years after African culture. So to get to your question and to illustrate it, right here in blue, this little period in blue here, this little small period in blue here, from 1444 to 1888 is the European enslavement of African people. So anytime we begin our history in slavery, we are missing out on all of this documented history, documented success. So that's why I write, man. That's why I teach. That's why I'm excavating, so that we can document this information and put it in print form, come here and talk about it so we can know.
Thank you, Made with Melanin. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Yes. How many of us did not know that?
I can raise my hand for somebody who can't.
Wow. So this is information that is available. It's out there, and I'm going to upload it to our blog. And that blog is, excuse me, it's on Tumblr, tumblr.com/HlnTvShow. And I'm going to pull that up so you can see it, because this is information that you can check back every other day. I'm not going to say every day, every other day. and there's a ton of information. It's not there now, but it will be shortly, because it is my responsibility to get that information out to you. Can you believe this? It's just
I can't always knew. Books that you read, they're in the interpretation of the writer.
Right.
And we know that there was so much going on before the books that we have.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much life. So this timeline shows even some of that. And I'm sure that there was even more before then.
Yes, ma'am.
And that little space. I saw a documentary just this morning, last night, about a librarian and how the librarians across this country are having such problems with the people who are trying to block and censor books.
Oh,
yeah.
All
the way into legislation.
Yeah.
And they're really trying to do a lot of censorship.
Suppress so we don't know.
Yes, and exactly, because they don't want anybody to know. It's uncomfortable.
Right.
But as they stated, a lot of the folks don't want these books out because they say they offend children. They don't want their children to be exposed to it. Well, then you're a parent your child. Your child, you don't want your child to get hit by a car, so you teach them not to run out in the street. You don't stop the manufacturers of the cars.
Teach.
Come on, let's get let us stop this censorship. Yeah. Everybody's got free will.
Stop it so the truth won't be revealed. But the truth, hey baby, what's done in the dark? It takes centuries. It's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. So that's why you have to teach your children to educate themselves, not just by what they're learning, because they're really not learning a whole lot in the school, because they're already born geniuses. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, be sure to look out this article. Let's talk about the children ancestor, Eugene Perkins. Please read that. And that information, that's courtesy of Dr. Gloria Lattimore Peace. And she sends me weekly information. So there's just tons of information on there. And there's the global teens and tweens and tots information. For those who are watching who want to submit information for their children, you can send a 1-minute video, all that information right there, to HlnTvShow@gmail.com. All the information is there. And there's just tons of other information. This I did not go to, Ain't Too Proud with the Temptations. That's over with, but I didn't see it. But there is something coming up with Jackie Taylor tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we're going to see it. Blue-eyed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Let me
all the other people who you thought that was
Michael Bolton.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You thought that was somebody. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Blue-eyed soul, baby.
But we're all soul.
Thank you. We all have a soul.
Just look at the timeline that we just saw. We all evolved from Africa.
Yes, ma'am. Blue-eyed soul, brown-eyed soul, green-eyed soul, soul. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We all got a soul. So be sure and check out tomorrow. It's playing today too, but I won't be going to see. You can go see it. So go to blackensemble.theater.com and check out Jackie Taylor's Blue-eyed Soul, sung by brown-eyed people. It's September.
Yes. Oh, and it's there till November 10th.
To November 10th. So you got plenty of time. Be sure and tell them you heard it on the Higher Learning Network and the Female Solution. All right?
Yes. So, and they have parking.
Yes, plenty of parking. Oh, yeah, they have parking on the street and they have a lot.
Right. That's why I like going there. It's in the city. And typically you go to the north side, you're fighting for parking, but not there.
I love that you can find parking there. So if you don't have anything to do, grab 10, 12 of your closest friends and go to see it. You will be glad you did. But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna get this party started. But I gotta show you the video from one of our previous winners. Her name is Zaya Janae. That girl is thebomb.com. And I just want to share with you what I found on her on TikTok. Oh, is it popping up? No, no. No, anytime you change the window, it anyway, let me go just so you can see that this is my page, Zelda Speaks, facebook.com, Zelda Speaks. But I'm going to get out of that so that you can see Zaya Janae and you can hear what she has to say. And she is right here from the west side of Chicago. And when she first audition, she did not look like this. Girlfriend has grown and blossomed. I am so happy to see that. So here's Zaya Janae from the west side of Chicago, a winner, 2023 winner.
Y'all, tell me why I'm in my school, right? I'm sitting down and I see like a huge centipede just crawling on my freaking leg. Like, move. I don't know where it could be. I'm trying to see where it can be. I don't really. It could be over here too. It could be. I think I'm just gonna move because centipedes are being crazy. And the girl here looked too good to me. Right about that, so I'm gonna catch up there.
She's on there with us this morning.
Oh, I got your ass.
Oh, no, you're not the one we're looking for, bro. That was another TikTok video. Anyway, but that was yeah.
I love how creative our children are.
I never would have thought to do that.
Look at that centipede. Look at
yeah. I never would have thought to do that. I never would have thought to do that. But
you know what? It could have been just one word. Oh, girl, your hair look like that's a centipede wrap. And it from there. I bet.
Oh, I didn't think
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. These children are so clever.
They are so clever.
They got old souls. I like to say that. They got old souls. Now that's one blog. Tumblr.com is the blog for the show, but I want to show you my blog as well, so you can go there and get updates too. And I don't post the same things on the same page so you'll always get a variety. This was Jazz Lovers Unite, jazz information to come up because a lot of people like jazz. So there's a ton of information on there about events that's happening and that you won't see everywhere else, because I sometimes have exclusive content. So there's lots and lots of information on there. Yeah, and that's one of our ancestors who's going on. So you definitely want to check that out. And you can check out the results of the show on Monday Morning Mindfulness. So just wanted to share that with you. But right now, I want to share with you our first contestant. And I am loving this. So what we're going to be judging them on, Deborah, is their originality, and if what they're doing fits their personality. So this first contestant, and we'll be judging them from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. And this first contestant it's called Disco Juice Official. I never heard of that one, but I never heard of a lot of things. So thank you for sharing and thank you for caring. So if you are ready, we are ready too. And we want you that are watching to vote as well. 1 through 5, 1 being worst and 5 being the best. So if you're ready, let's go to contestant number 1. And the name is Disco Juice Official.
Today's a new day, but there is no sunshine. Nothing but clouds, and it's dark in my heart, and it feels like a cold night. Today's a new day, but where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy that you promised? You tell me it's alright. I almost Drop from heaven like a shower now. I smile, even though I hurt, see, I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, smile. So hard to look up when you've been down, down, down. Sure would hate to see you give up now, now, now. You look so much better when you smile, so smile.
Love it. I love it. I love it. We know we don't need we don't need to hear from Kat. Thank you very much.
Not right now.
Not right now. Not right now. Yeah, that's some grown folk stuff. We're doing the cheerings right now. Okay.
Exactly.
1 through 5. That's Disco Juice with the song I Smile, and that's as far as I can go to sing. Cause I can't
That's
sing.
all right. That's why they're here.
Okay, that's right. All right. So 1 through 5, y'all.
Okay.
1 through 5. I want to know what you think. I know what I think, but I need to know what you think. If you're watching online, please share your thoughts, feelings, and all that good stuff, and what you're voting for the children. I want to know what you think about them. I want to know what you think. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All righty. So y'all got that vote in? You ready to go?
Yes.
Nope, that is not what we want. I want the children. That is another file that we will show in another minute. But let me show you this one right here, and there we go. And this is. Can you see that?
A bit, yes.
A bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can open that up just a little bit more. I don't want.
It's okay. It's okay. I got my glasses on.
Okay, I got mine on too. So let's do it. This is jump rope. Here we go.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. You say I'm so crazy. Coming home and toxic.
Okay, is that boy bad or what?
I mean.
We didn't do all this fancy stuff when we was coming up. We just
not at all. But that's because they built on our foundation.
Thank you.
That's what the timeline is. Building on the foundation. That's why he can take that timeline and go into the future.
Yes, and that's exactly what he did. And that would be the jumping rope guy.
Jump rope. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a you heard the I'm sure you heard the term. He's a bad mama jumper. Yeah, He a bad mama jumper. He destroyed that rope. That was from Port City Stroll. That was from Port City Stroll. You got that? Port City Stroll. And we need you to vote 1 through 5. 1 being the least, and number 5 being the best. So let's see what you got to say. And while you do that, I'm going to bring up a tot. You know, it's teens, tweens, and tots.
Oh, that's not fair.
Life is not fair. I'm sorry, they send them in. I got to play them. I got to play. Okay, well, this one ain't big enough to do nothing but what he doing, and he's doing it too. So y'all ready? Here we go.
Maskosho ingenkinga sikubalisela maskuphulimiswa shukumisa umzimba koma savanana aye savanana koma sava Aya sava, aya sava, aya sava, aya sava, aya sava, mama sava.
right. Yeah, he's some kind of special. Yeah, I know that wasn't fair after Rick James, but hey, it is. It is what it is. I don't know what continent he's on. I know he's on the continent of Africa. I just don't know if it's east, south, west. You know, they don't put everything. So.
Right. That's okay. Oh, you're talking about talent from, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Those children.
Yeah. Some kind of special. So 1 through 5, I need y'all to vote. I need you to vote. Tell me what you think about it. 1 through 5. And this one here, remember I said you can sing, dance, photography, cinematography, art, anything you want to do, you can do it. Now this next young person, I call this the T-shirt creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call it anything you want to, but it is definitely creative. So if you're ready to vote, y'all through voting? And feel free to comment too. Put your thoughts in the comment section if you like. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get a little creativity going on here. You ready? Here we go. Why can't we hear? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
All right, you're gonna have a beautiful summer t-shirt.
Oh my gosh, look at the color.
I'm gonna make it so nice. I saw this on TikTok.
That yellow
my
is
God.
amazing.
It's so intense. Okay, let's go with a little bit of green right here.
I'm so excited.
I feel like this is a summer color.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Okay.
This is amazing.
I kind of feel like I want to give you a little bit more pink, so we're gonna go right here.
No way.
So nice.
Oh, it's kind of cold. It feels like
Is
getting
it?
like an airbrush tattoo.
All right, we're gonna do the back.
Okay, should I turn around?
Yes, turn
Okay.
around. I want to give you a pattern in the back. So we're gonna do purple. Oh my God, look how intense that color is.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see the back.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it. Okay, more green.
Where did you learn this?
Here.
Did you see this online?
I saw this on TikTok, and I feel like everybody has been doing it. So
Oh my God.
really want to try it out, but
That's
it's
so
looking
cool.
amazing. Okay, I'm gonna give you a yellow color right here.
Oh, that feels awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Look how that color blends. That is so cool. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with some red. Actually, I haven't given you any red, so ready? Oh my God, that's so pretty.
Is it?
Oh,
I can't wait to see it.
Love it. And just more pink over here to give it a little bit of shadowing. Look at how the colors mix.
Does it blend really well?
But you're gonna be obsessed with this
I'm
t-shirt.
excited.
And do a little bit more right here. All right. And then I kind of want to do the front again, so turn back around.
Okay. I'm really inspired by that sunset behind us. Can we get a little bit of red here, maybe?
A little bit of red.
Yes, to match the sunset behind us. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do a whole
that's so beautiful.
right here. Oh my God, look how pretty. And then let's mix it with some pink, because I feel like the sunset, look.
This is like giving me Valentine's Day vibes, and this is like sunset, sunrise.
Look at this purple, watch. Right?
Oh my gosh.
A little bit right here, we'll do a little bit right here. And then we're gonna go in with some more red down here.
Oh, that's so cool. And so underneath, all you did was put aluminum foil, right?
Yes, we did little balls of aluminum foil.
That's so cool.
It's super easy. Let's blend in some more green.
Oh yeah. We've got Valentine's Day over here, Christmas over here, sunset over here. I love it.
We're gonna do
oh my gosh, that's so cool. So the middle is a different color from the rest.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
you're only missing 2 little dots right here.
We're almost done?
And we're almost done, almost at the end, and right here.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like you're ready.
I can start taking it out now?
Yes, we're gonna start taking it out slowly, one by one. There you go.
Oh my gosh. There we go.
There's one right there. And then don't open it.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna wait for the
It's
end.
gonna be a big reveal.
We're gonna
Okay.
do a reveal at the end and see it all
So
together.
we're gonna do this side.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Oh my god,
Oh
it's
my
looking
God, look
so
how
cool.
pretty.
Okay. All right, and then there's one more here, right? Do you want to get that one?
I'm gonna get this one for you right here.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around now, and you're gonna get the back, right?
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Look
at those
colors. I know. So pretty. It's so pretty. And I did different patterns so we can see all of
I
it.
can't wait.
All right, and one more here.
So I just shake out the aluminum
Ready?
foils now. How is that?
Wow, it's so pretty.
It's
I can't
beautiful.
wait.
Should we see the front?
Let's see the front. Wow.
Is it cool?
It's so nice. Look at
Oh
all the
my
different
gosh,
colors.
look at that. Hey, I think that's
Isn't that gorgeous?
Now, let me tell you something. I remember when we used to tie dye.
Yes, we did.
We had to get the water and the dye and it was messy and
Real messy. Extremely messy. Now
do you know how many of our girls and guys are gonna be out there instead of playing hopscotch, making their own creations?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't think to sell them though. These kids do.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't think to sell them. You know, we weren't in that.
I bet you they'll sell them now.
Oh yeah, without a
Because
shadow.
more and more folks are teaching them how to be in business.
Right.
Selling them to each other. They're
Right.
understanding that they can make their own designer outfits.
Yes,
We've
ma'am.
got more and more young folks in the fashion business. And this is amazing.
And Naima's daughter is a prime example of that. Naima is the executive producer of the Female Solution. Her daughter sells, is it antiques or
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Online.
goes into antiques as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, repurposing, reselling.
Yeah.
Back again.
No.
Yes.
I was like, this wasn't available when we were children, so that's why.
No, well, you know what? It wasn't. It was available, but it wasn't. We weren't knowledgeable of it because we weren't paying attention to that part of living.
Right.
You know, our parents didn't share a lot of that with us.
Right.
You know, they did a lot of resale. They did a lot of give, you know, families passing things down, you know, and moving furniture around and whatnot. Remember the layaway system?
Which
all,
is now back. Can you believe
it is
back?
Good.
I was like, oh, suck it now.
But now don't get hung up in some layaway, some financial situations where they say, oh, we'll front you the money and you pay us. And I don't want to say the names of the financial institution, but they use them in travel. You pay us and you fill out an application with us. It's not as strenuous as a credit card application.
Oh.
But if you got a job, you got some way to pay it back, they'll accept you. But the interest rates are astronomical. It's like, remember those prepaid buildings they used to have? They give you cash based on your check. So when your check come in, you got to pay them and you got to pay them extra. They're prepaid stuff. Well, they got rid of the buildings, but they didn't get rid of the theory.
Okay.
It's still there. So, you know, get your check early. The tax season is coming up. Get your check early. Don't wait for the IRS to send you your money. We'll send you your money. But there's a fee to it.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
29-30% interest on something that
Yes. On your money.
On your money that you've already paid taxes on it, mind you.
Double
the taxes. Hello. Well, I hope that has educated someone because somebody somewhere needs to know that you need to run. You better find something to hawk and take it to the pawn shop because they're not going to charge you 29%. Or better yet, just learn how to budget your money.
But budget your money, and now they have that other thing where they trade. They resell. They have designer outfits, and they'll resell them, and then they'll purchase something at that resale store for the money that they get for their outfits. So instead of changing their wardrobe, just having a lot of things in their wardrobe to change it, they just wear it one time, sell it to somebody, get something back. Wow. It's like trading comic books.
Okay, that's pretty much what it is.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's what they're doing now. They're not like us. We try to get our stuff and hold on to it because we're gonna look for it next week.
They ain't trying to hold on to nothing.
I had something pink to go with this blue.
Okay.
We done gave it away.
Okay, and they'll have no idea where it is. Not anymore.
Right. So all these children are so unique.
We're a little bit behind. We apologize for that, but we also allow you time to make your vote 1 through 5 for the ones that you've already seen. If you just tuned in, you're watching and listening to the Global Virtual Teen, Tweens, and Tot Contest, which is sponsored by... I just had to show that.
I love skaters.
I can't skate anymore. I got knee, hip, and ankle, but I can skate in my chair.
Yeah,
skate in my chair.
So smooth.
They so smooth. They just so smooth. I just had to show that with you. But let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Welcome to CannaGlobe, the first ever virtual dispensary offering a world-class collection of cannabis brands drop shipped to your front door. How does it work? CannaGlobe took the same concept Amazon used to become the largest company in the world. But instead of shipping toilet paper, t-shirts, and tennis shoes, CannaGlobe offers something a lot sexier. Yeah, cannabis. With over 100 premier products, from bakables like chocolate chip cookies, brownies, fried chicken batter, to cannabis mocktails like pina colada, margarita, old fashioned, to gummy rocks, sweet tarts, seltzers, king palms, pre-rolls, disposable vapes, carts, and did I mention THCA flower and magic mushrooms? CannaGlobe is the first ever to drop ship flower to every state. We're also the first ever to offer magic mushrooms legally to every state. Well, except Louisiana. We're also the first ever where you get to be the brand. You heard it. Meet the requirements and get your own brand at the dispensary. Your brand, fully paid for by the company, and you earn on company-wide revenue. Your brand can be featured right alongside celebrities and mega influencers such as Dan Bilzerian with Ignite, Holly Barker with Happy Snacks, Scotty Huss with Biscotti, and so much more. Rolling Stone magazine said, if it seems like a new state is legalizing cannabis nearly every week, don't worry, you're not high. It is indeed happening at an unprecedented pace. CNBC calls it the new gold rush. Forbes says the market could grow by 700%. And the Wall Street Journal calls it a tremendous market. We're currently in 26 countries and growing. Industry icons are saying that CannaGlobe is the most innovative, disruptive, and compelling business model this industry has ever seen. You're probably asking yourself, how is this legal? Here's how. All our products are compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill. So what's the opportunity for you? To become a virtual dispensary owner without all the hassles. No experience is required. No storefront, no inventory, no licensing, and best of all, no apologies. And is 100% legal. You can become a virtual dispensary owner There are 3 ways you can take advantage of this opportunity. 1. You can become an affiliate by simply purchasing any product on AutoShip and get paid 20% on all your customers' purchases. 2. Or you can become a VDO for a one-time fee of $2.99 plus $25 per month. You receive a business sample kit. You can earn up to 85% in commissions, unlimited levels, and you get trained by a certified trainer. However, if you are serious about making money, we highly recommend you become a VDO Pro so that you can get paid to train VDOs whether on your team or not, and you will receive training from a certified trainer. What do? It's simple and fun. You acquire a handful of customers and teach others to do the same. Simply share your QR code or your link, and every time someone buys something, you get paid. You can also share sample products with your friends, or host a party and share all the favors. It doesn't take long before you can have all kinds of people doing the very same thing. Here's how it works. You can earn from $100 to $275 every time you personally enroll a qualified VDO, and $75 to $175 every time someone in your network does the same thing. You can also earn from 15 to 27% on all your personal customers and 3 to 12% to unlimited levels every time a customer makes a purchase anywhere in your network. While we do not make any income claims, this is an example of how the compensation plan structure works. An area VDO that enrolls 3 QVDOs and helps them each acquire a handful of customers and duplicate that 6 levels, the area VDO would approximately earn $100,000 plus $18,000 per month in residual income. But the comp plan doesn't stop at 6 levels. It pays to unlimited levels. While this is a financial opportunity, the real reward is we get to change the world by transforming lives with these sacred plants. We put smiles back on faces, happiness in hearts, laughter in lives, and health back in the home. Thank you for watching. Now, please get back with the person that shared this video with you and get started today.
Get started today here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show. Now, I got to tell you, because I get calls and texts all the time. Zelda, you're doing a youth program. You can't be selling weed. Correction, I'm not selling weed. That is not what we are doing at the Higher Learning Network, because if it were illegal, number one, we wouldn't be allowed to do it. So let me share with you what we are promoting, because I am a senior. Most of my friends are seniors, and we all have aches and pains, do we not? Yeah. I am an advocate. I am an advocate. Baby, this ankle, this knee, and this right hip has a mind of its own. So I understand pain to the degree.
Pain to that you can't sleep at night. Pain where you can't walk.
Come on now.
Like you used to be able to. When you get up, you got to take your time.
Stand there for a minute before you move.
Because if you don't, and when you get bend over to pick something up,
you might not get back up. That's all I got to say.
You better get your balance.
Get your balance and get it quickly, because pain ain't nothing to play with. And I discovered in my journey on this that it is not just adults who have pain, it's children too. And I'm not an advocate for them. They do whatever. Parents can do whatever they want to do. But I said, parents, do what you want to do. But this is what I advise you to do. If you're unsure, go to Google. This is what I did, and type in, you see this up here where it says cannabis gummies benefits for children using CBD, or anyway, this is CBD, what parents need to know. That's at Child Mind Institute. And there's just a lot. There's WebMD. Is it safe to give a child CBD for ADHD? There are all you gotta do is Google, go online and see all the hundreds of thousands of testimonies of parents and their children talking about how the tinctures, that the little oil that you put right under your tongue, comes in a little bottle just like this with a little drop, and you unscrew it, put it under your tongue. there are children who have been on medication for years and it's doing them no good. And they give them CBD oil, and you know they like gummies because it's like candy. Watermelon is my favorite. This is what I use. And baby, if I don't take it, I'm hooked on pain pills, oxycodone, what's that other one? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you don't want to be hooked on pills, you better get you something naturally because it's going to tear your liver up and anything else that you tear.
Remember, if one of the reasons, or it's a multitude of reasons, but these products have been spearheaded through the judicial and the legislative system because of the youth support that it was giving. And it was, for years, it was much on a testimony. But even though the farmland approval has been made, please do not travel by plane or on any government vehicle with this in your possession. If you're going to go somewhere to visit or something, have it mailed to them. Do not travel with it in your person, because one, the dog sniffing, sometimes they don't know the difference. Two, even just the hassle of being stopped. Even though they allow you to go through eventually, but the hassle of being stopped is not good. Three, when you're like cruising, those cruise ships, you may get on a ship in the United States, but those cruise ships are not part of the United States government, and their government may not accept this. So there's still some challenges. So don't think because your doctor wrote a prescription or you have something that you think is legal in your state that you can travel freely with, because you cannot. And if you get to TSA and they start questioning you, don't get upset with TSA.
Right.
Let it go.
They have the power to take it or break it.
And take you or break you.
Right. And take all your money and not going to let you out until you go.
Exactly.
Until you pay.
So, yeah, it's good. Oh, yeah, it's good.
Coming back from Jamaica in December, you know I had my gummies with them. And before they even ask, I told them, look, you ain't even got to search my bag. I got it right here. These are gummies. They have not been opened. I'm in pain. You see, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm on a cane. You want to see my prescription meds too? The lady said, baby, go ahead on. I can see you in pain right now. So if you are straight up, as the children say, straight up with these people, and let them know you ain't trying to smuggle nothing in, you good. But if you trying some underhanded stuff, they're going to get you and they're going to keep you. And I'm too old to be in jail. I can't do it. So for you young folks, y'all do what y'all want to do. But in the meantime, in between time, if you want to make some money, we were blessed to help us raise money for this organization, for the talent contest and for our homeless ventures. So Lawrence Lenoir, and every time he comes online, and I promote his virtual dispensary, because you can not only use the product, you can help raise funds for your church, for your school, for your organization, for anything that you have that you need money for. And I don't want to say everybody's using it, but a good portion of everybody is using some form of pain relief for ADHD, for headaches, for seizures. I've seen the one on seizures. I was like, oh my God, the difference between night and day for seizures and for the medication that don't work. Okay, I go there sometime. But hey, that's you and yours. You do what you want to do. But in the meantime, in between time, if you want information, you can always text us at 312-383-9749, or just go to our blog, tumblr.com/HlnTvShow, and the information is there. Moving right along. This is our other project, the Homeless Project. And if you go to our Instagram page, you will see it's called HlnHomeless.project. And as we pull it up, you'll see we go out every week and feed the homeless. Used to be on Friday till they moved them out of Tent City. And then, so because I have a Monday morning mindfulness podcast, I go out on Mondays now. because I try to kill two birds with one stone. I know that don't make sense. I got a lot of things to do, and I try to get them all in one day because I don't want to be going out every day doing something different. So this is the beginning of my day. A podcast on Monday morning, mindfulness from 7 until 9 a.m. And then I get up and cook. Tony cooked last week. All right now. Tony cooked last week, and we had the privilege of going out there and blessing some hungry folks. And let me see. Can you see the video here? There's Tony. We got baked chicken, greens, corn, and mashed potatoes. Oh, and we got some fruit for you too. Grapes and peaches, I think they are, and some water. Thank you for those mashed potatoes. You're quite welcome. So while Chef Tony is getting the food ready, what'd you say, Tony? All right, Chef Tony's getting the food ready. Pull the next one. Okay. All righty. So we got one down. And there's usually a lady sitting over here in a wheelchair with her son. Don't see them today. So I guess I'll walk over here and see if anybody wants a hot plate. Okay, well, so you can go back and see that on your own because there's lots of videos there. I just wanted to share that with you. So if you would like to help us, just as many of you do, we advise you to go to any of these apps: Cash App, Zelda Speaks 2, the number 2, Venmo, Higher Learning Network, NFP. And for Zelle, you need to email me, zeldaspeaks@gmail.com. And PayPal is higherlearningnw@yahoo. Because when you go to PayPal, they ask you for your email address. So that's the email address to use. And everything is tax deductible. How about that? Yes, you can deduct your donations. Just like our third Saturday host, Move Around with Deborah. Yes, here, right here. She has a gracious heart, and we are so very grateful to have you on the team for making sure that people get what they need. If it's just food, when you hungry, ooh, ain't nothing right when you hungry and can't get no food. Now, we were having have a conversation before the show about how we've both been not homeless, but not in our own home. Right. Because people ask you, why do you do what you do? Been there, done that. So right. I know what that's like. And you know what that's like. We've never lived, we were having that conversation. You've never lived on the street, but you've had some times where you weren't in your own home.
But now think about it. We are just, our country is going through this storm. Just our country alone. Mm-hmm. Our country is going through a storm. And there are a lot of people that are homeless or unhoused. Their homes were destroyed. Their multi-million-dollar homes have been destroyed. Where are they going to live? They need help.
Right.
So we're all one situation away from being unhoused.
One situation. One check. Yep.
So while you got it, give.
Right.
And like you say, it's a tax deduction.
Yeah.
And folks, we all want to get that W-9 or, try that W-2 or that self-employment income. So you could really take advantage of some of these tax breaks.
Yeah, because they're out there.
Yeah. Yes.
And if you're a giver, you know these things. And if you don't believe me, ask your tax accountant or preparer.
Yes, yeah. All Googles to the HMO, the HPO, or whoever those people are on the corner that have the signs waving you over. Yeah. But get you a tax accountant.
Yeah, get somebody who studies the law, because the laws change every single year, and you need to know what they are.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Or know somebody who knows what they are.
Right. And somebody who knows what they're talking about, not somebody on the corner. Okay. All right. So we just want to share that with you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to help us help those that are less fortunate. We don't judge. We go to feed them. We don't judge them.
Right.
And that's important. Mm-hmm. So it is 12:55. It's almost 1:00, and Naima will be speaking at 1:00 at the HWPL. What does it mean? Good. In Evanston. So she's going to be coming on at 1:00. But we have one more contestant. What they say, save the best for last. Actually, we have two more contestants. And I think you gonna love this. I might be wrong.
I'm ready.
But I think I'm right. It's so small, I can't see. You know, I got glasses on and still can't see. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Is that it? Is that my Yeah, there it is right there. Now I need to know what y'all think.
Okay.
I love it, but y'all gonna love it too. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. It goes like this. It's old school. Y'all don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, I do.
All right. What a shame. That's how the big at me said. Hey, lady at the casino. She lost all her money.
Come on now.
She said, don't you feel sorry for me now?
Come on, girl.
Don't feel sorry, honey. But if you want to do a lady a favor, yeah, what I want you to do, just loan me $2. I said the next time I see you, but these last $2 I'm not gonna lose. These last $2 I'm not gonna lose. One going for the other one for to hit me some good. I gotta hit me some love. Said I wouldn't be over here.
All right, girl. Say I wouldn't be over here. Last $2 is Johnny Taylor. Y'all don't know nothing about that. How old is that child? 15, 16, 17, 18?
Yeah, I know she's not that old, but she got that little cute dimple.
Yeah, she got that
She's serious. She's like, oh Lord.
She got that old school flavor. And she sound like somebody grandmama. Because she sang it like she know what she talking about. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, talking about the last $2. Girl, what you know about some last $2? So I need y'all to vote. I need y'all to vote before I can play this next one, this last one, rather. Last $2, 1 through 5. Number 1 is the lowest. Number 5 is the highest. Originality, and does the performance fit your personality? And last but never least, are you ready? You got your last $2? All right, y'all want to ease on down the road? Well, we're going to ease on down the road with this one right here. Let me know what you think. Ready? Here, get set. Here we go.
And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman. I wonder why we take from our women, why we rape our women, do we hate our women? I think it's time to kill for our women, time to heal our women, be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
That was so cute. I just had to show that. I just thought that was so cute. I just thought that's Tupac, and everybody know who Tupac is. I don't care how old you are. You if you don't know him, you heard of him. So I just want to share it. Okay, y'all, we need your votes. 1 through 5. 1 being the least, and 5 being the best. Via comments. Wow, such awesome talents and gifts. Yes, honey.
Yes.
These young people are on the money. That's all I can say. They are gifted beyond measure. Yes, they are. And you know, Beata, I look forward to having I'm supposed to know my grandbaby's name. Jasmine.
Yes.
And what's the boy's name? I forget. It's I associated with the Bible. You know I know who they are. Type it in, Beata, because I can't remember. You know I know their name. And I know you know that this is some information that I cannot leave here with you. While you're tallying your votes up, you can send them to HlnTvShow@gmail.com. Okay? Get those votes in before midnight, and I will be sharing them on Monday morning mindfulness, and this is not the one that I want. But I'm gonna show it to you anyway because it popped up. How about that? Are you ready for it? Okay, this little FYI, y'all. Check it out.
Let's look at what the vaccine's doing in the microbiome. And that's at the same time as they started rolling these vaccines, I started enrolling doctors that basically were getting vaccinated. And I'm like, can I get your stools before and after you get vaccinated? So the first 4 patients, I started noticing a month later, the bifidobacteria, this important microbe, is dropping in patients pre and post vaccination. So then I started like asking myself, wait a minute, what's going on here? I mean, is it creating a bifidophage? You know, because this is precision medicine. This is forensics of the gut, right? You've got your microbiome this way before and you've got it after, and it's the same patient, and only a certain group of microbes are getting killed. You got to pay attention. So then, 10, 20, 30, 34 patients later, we're seeing this, killing of the bifidobacteria. All my colleagues called me and said, hey, I saw your data. That's incredible. How do you think this is happening? The vaccine's supposed to be, improving your immunity. And we all know bifidobacteria is a huge part of immunity. How do you think it's happening? So then I said, I think it's creating a bacteriophage or bifidophage. And
that's a ton of information, which will be on my blog as well on the on Tumblr, tumblr.com, Higher Learning TV Show, because that's information you need, because it's winter, almost winter time here in Chicago. Again, it's the fall season, and it will be getting cold. And we have been conditioned to think that we need something outside of ourselves to help our immune system. That which we need comes in the form of fruits and vegetables, not in the form of a micro shot of some sort. She just showed you how it's killing our immune system. That's how we get sick. So, it's your body, it's your choice, but I'm making the information available to you. How about that? That's what's important, because when you have information, you can do something with it. When you don't have it, you can't.
You're really lost.
You just lost. So what you do with your body, that's your business. And I applaud you for taking the time to take care of your business, because there's only one you. And I strongly suggest you ask your higher power, because it's a lot of us that believe in a higher power, but not all of us trust at all times. So I just had to share that with you. It's 103. The teen talent portion of the show is complete, but while we're waiting on Naima to come in, I know you have to leave. You have a very long day. So if you would be so kind to send me your votes, and I will tally them, and I will play them on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Thank you so much, Deborah Smith of Move Around with Deborah.
Thank you for inviting me. It's always a joy. I don't know how partial I'm going to be in my voting.
None of us are. We all have favorites, and I just can't say them over the air, but do it on paper. Well, not pen and paper, but email HlnTvShow@gmail.com.
HlnTvShow@gmail.com. Get those votes in. Now, will this show be able to be replayed today, so folks can get their votes in even a little later?
Absolutely. Yep. They have until midnight. So when this goes off at 2:00, or as soon as Naima shows up, it will be available. You can download it and watch it and cast your vote, and vote as many times as you want. There can't be all in the same email, though. You have to.
Oh, okay.
Them up. Yeah.
Vote often.
Yeah.
Here I can vote often, huh?
Yes, as many times as you want to. You can vote for all 5 of them if you want to. It just makes it harder on the next person. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. So thank you, Mr.
It does.
We appreciate you. Thank you. And we will continue with more PSAs. And you have any closing announcements for us?
Just be fruitful and multiply.
All right.
That's not necessarily having sex, because we know when we're having sex, we're not thinking about multiplying.
Okay. And when we ain't thinking about no fruit either.
But sharing. I loved how you are giving fruit You just talked about how your system
Mhm.
thrives on fruit and vegetables. And if
Mhm.
you get more fruit and vegetables in your system, and especially the seeded fruit,
Yes. You
the
want
seeded fruit, try to stay away from those unseeded fruits, but
Yeah.
those seeded fruits, and then save those seeds.
Right.
Save those seeds and put them in the ground. I know, depending on where you are, what part of the country you're in, some things grow at different levels. But if you're in the Midwest or in a colder climate, start your garden inside. And when
Right.
it's time to go outside, you can go outside. Or if you're in a position where you can't raise a farm outside, find a place inside to raise a farm if you're only doing your food, your own consumption.
And there's this brother called Yaki, Yaki. Look him up on Instagram and TikTok. This is a bad brother. He tells us how we are in a culture that does not support who we are as human beings. So they don't support our diet. We are fruitarians because we come from places where we could pick our fruit out the tree. Everything here is bought from the store and it's not real. So check out this brother Yaki.
Oh,
Yaki.
yes. The fruit, oh my gosh, the fruit that you pick off the tree. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
In Arizona, my sister lives where she's got lemons and oranges and citrus, and get them right off the tree.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Naima just texted me and said they're setting up now because she's speaking, but they're setting up now. So she said she'll come on at 1:15. But I got plenty of promos for them if they want to see them. But y'all go to see. You know what? Maybe I will pull up TikTok so that you can see this brother, because this brother is, for him to be so young, he knows things that I just never heard.
Well, we know things. We have history, and if we focus on something positive, or for him, nature, instead of something else that the children are focusing on, dancing or other things. Everybody's got a position.
Right.
So if they just stick with their position and focus and learn and develop, you can start off in the infancy. If your parents are feeding you properly, that's something that you're growing up with. You don't know anything about meat because you have never been given meat. You've always been given nature and nurture. So you could be 10 years old and teaching nutrition.
Right.
Because that's all you know. And you're developing that.
Well, this young brother here, I'm so glad. I don't care how old he is. He's on TikTok.com.
They better not get rid of TikTok.
They ain't gonna get rid of it. They're making too much money off of it. So this is Yaki. We need to be juicing. We need to be drinking more juices. I mean, he just has 21-hour days, 2-day fast. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going on one of these. There's somebody on the internet. I can't remember what church it was. And he might have been a part of it, but they talk about how they're going to, you see these beats? That's how I reverse type 2 diabetes. Nasty as the day is long, but baby, they work. They were talking about going on October 5th, I think they said, October 4th or 5th. They were going on a cleanse, and they were inviting people on the internet to go on the cleanse with them. I was like, yeah, I'm going to join that, because you need support when you do this, because we live by the flesh, and the flesh wants what it wants.
Yes.
And this brother here, just please go to TikTok and watch his videos, and you'll be like, man, no wonder my head hurt. No wonder my back hurt. No wonder my joints hurt. All the food we eat is poison. We need juice. Juice and more.
So beets is what helped you turn around your type 2 diabetes.
Well, it was a combination of things: apple, beet, cucumber, lemon, ginger, kale, and turmeric.
All in the same.
All in the same thing. Nasty as the day is long, but baby, it works. Go to diabeticdonut.com and download the free PDF. And if you if there's a problem, because sometimes there is, you can just go to HlnTvShow.org, and that way and scroll to the bottom and put your information in there and say, I want that recipe. And I will.
So get with if you can't get with this group, I guess you can get with your own group.
Make up your own
because I'm sure that someone in your circle is looking to get cleansed as well.
Right.
Ounces of water a day that will drown you, and it will flush out all of your minerals, and it will flush out all of your amino acids. So make sure that you're not drinking a gallon.
I didn't know this.
Day, even if you're dehydrated. The less you're supposed to drink is probably around, I say 32 ounces. The most you're supposed to drink is up to 50 ounces, especially if you're drinking juices, because it's super hydrative. So you don't have to drink your juices like that. Now, if you are drinking some type of spring water, don't drink no 64 ounces a day. Stay around that 50 ounce area, at the lowest 32 ounces, y'all. Because a lot of people get anemia, you get very edemic from it, and again, it literally flushes out all of your minerals. So make sure that we're not drinking too much water. Water is very H2O. It's very toxic when you drink it in large quantities, and that's the reason why they do not give it to babies, and they tell you don't give it to babies unless your baby is 6 months to a year old.
Isn't that
they know
something?
The toxemia of water and how it flushes out and how it imbalances the electrolyte spectrum inside the body.
I can't consume that much water.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I cannot.
Now, this is his green juice cleanse, and he's got a little link that you can click on right there. I'm going to click on it and see where it takes you to. Oh, took me out of there. Well, this took me back to all of his clean juice drinking. Okay. So y'all, please go to TikTok and go to, he's on Instagram too. He's on Facebook too. And that's all he talk about, green. And I know what he said to be true because I'm living proof of it. If I can quit eating sweet potato pie, German chocolate cake, butter cookies, pound cake, any kind of cake with some sugar and donuts. That was my middle name. But you get a little older, your body can't.
You can't do that.
No. So it's like, oh, you got to slow down, baby girl. You need to get you some watermelon. You need to get you some cucumbers. You need to get you some strawberries and some berries. He always talks about berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, any kind of berry. You need as many berries as possible because it's the berries that's going to help you keep your body, your kidneys from shutting down. Lord have mercy. Just I forgot.
And berry fruit has a lot of water in it itself.
Yes.
So if you're consuming fruit, that definitely helps with the retention, or not with the retention, but the flushing of your system, like the water is supposed to do.
Right. And it can't do it if it is not doing what it needs to do, if your body ain't doing what it needs to do. So I just had to share that with you because it is imperative that we learn about our bodies. We have to stop allowing this sick care system. We go in and tell them what's wrong with us and they automatically give us a pill.
They're practicing attendance.
They're practicing on us. That's why they call it a practice.
Hello.
Yeah, they practice it.
Yeah, they practice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't go to them at all, but you go and you understand what they're saying.
Yes.
If you're not sure, if you don't believe, then you know your body.
Right.
You know when your body changes. You know if there's something wrong. If you need an antibiotic or something of that nature. You know. So what they tell you is not the answer.
Right.
So educate yourself. We are doctors. They didn't have the physicians like they do back in the day.
Thank you.
What they say, 350,000 years BC.
Right. Wasn't available.
It was nature. It was natural. And then you talk about going back to the gummies and whatnot. And people say, oh, well, it's man-made gummies and whatnot. Well, those pills that the doctors are giving you are man-made too.
Hello. And they don't have any vitamins in them or any nutrients.
No, because you got to take another pill to get the vitamin.
And a chemical goes over it to keep it together because it came from a plant. Nature binds itself. You do not need anything to bind nature. The pills, they all have they have the ingredients because they extracted the ingredients from the plant. So yeah, there's plant in that pill, but it's covered up with so many chemicals.
Yes.
That's why you got to keep taking it.
So yeah, if something's not working for you, and these medications, you're not supposed to be on them forever.
Thank you. Not
supposed to be healing you.
Right.
And if you on it forever, then you're not being healed.
No, that's not that's called putting a Band-Aid on it. I was on metformin. Most people I know that are on metformin are still on it. When they were diagnosed with pre-diabetes or diabetes, they've been taking it for 10 years. And it's like, why would you take something for 10 years? I don't get that. If you know that what the cause of the problem is and how to rectify it, because we're in America and everything is just so convenient. It's like, I got other things to do. I don't have time to take care of my health. I don't have time to go juice me some greens. So let me just pop this pill. Well, that pill is damaging your heart, liver, lungs.
And then you got to take another pill to take care of that.
Right.
And why is your alarm going off? Oh, I got to take my medication.
Right. And let me give a shout out to all my people, all my seniors who take medication. You keep taking your medication. You do what works for you. But let me send out a shout out to the family of Carol Donnelly, one of my big whiz partners. She passed just this past Tuesday. We saw her last Tuesday, and it was around 4 or 5 o'clock. She said, I'm not feeling that good. I think I'm going to go home. And she went home. And she wound up in the doctor. She was on 100% oxygen. And they got it down to 40% oxygen. And she was getting better, but then she decided to leave the planet. And so we have to go along with that. She was
tired.
Yeah, she was tired. She was tired and she left. But we are very grateful for you, Carol. We miss you. Carol had an all-white party for her 75th birthday, I think it was a couple of years ago. And she invited all of her big whiz playing friends out. Skaters, and we had she fed us a very luxurious lunch, mind you. What was it, like 90th and Harlem or something way southwest somewhere? And she set it out. So Carol, we miss you. We know you here with us, girl, because we feel your presence. Carol could play some big whist. And she was so loving and so warm. And she was the only person that we allowed to answer the phone while we're playing big whist. Because she's a grandma to so many. She's like, baby, this is my grandbaby. I got to take this call. So she was, because it's like in the middle of a big whist game. No, you do not stop playing cards to answer no phone. But Carol was the exception to the rule.
Oh, wait a minute now. A real big whist person can do more than one thing at a time.
Oh, we do. But some of us are a little older and a little slower than others. So, we got to do one thing at a time. Because, baby, I can talk, cook, and play big whist at the same time.
Because that's how we learn.
How we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. So
those were some marathon games there.
See, that's why you have to have something that you love. You have to have something that you love to do, so you will never be bored. And I've learned they're always trying to get me to play big whist. I got Tony, so I don't necessarily play the on the app on the phone. I don't necessarily play. I have played it, but I don't usually play. I'm like, come on, Tony, in here, play me some big whist right quick. And I'm gonna tell y'all, last week I was beating him so bad. He got up and left the table. He came up with some old lame excuse, and then
he took his basketball and went home. Huh?
And then he came in the room and he said, baby, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I wasn't feeling it. But at least he apologized. Right, Tony? He said, shut up. He heard me. But sometimes he beat me under the ground too. So I can't complain. I can't say nothing. We've got some comments here.
Okay, great.
Rhonda Burnett, she says, thank you for all that you do. This is Rhonda. Continue to keep me in your prayers and preaching this message. Amen. I do believe that's Rhonda, my big whist party that let me know if I'm right. I think it's you, Rhonda. On Sundays, and I think it's over now because it's too cold, we would play big whist in 50 57 the Cottage Grove, where the park is. We play up in the trees. Yeah. And we play there. But it's a little chilly out now, so I don't think we're gonna play tomorrow. Matter of fact, I know we're not gonna play tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow, because we might have a couple of more good weekends left in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so couple of more good weekends. I certainly hope so, because I could use some more outside playing. And we went outside to walk today. I'm so proud of myself because I didn't go yesterday. Some days you just don't feel like doing what you need to do. So you be sure you make up for it the next day so you can be around here to take care of whatever it is you need to take care of. So thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate you, girl. And I appreciate all of you who are watching the show. It is 1:21. I'm waiting.
Appreciate you too. You know, you and Tony, the work, the diligent work that you do for across the board, for not only the unhoused, but for the children, for the clergy. It is just amazing the stamina that you have, that you continue to have, and that you're what we say. We're what you say. You're being fruitful and multiplying. You're teaching. You're educating. You're giving.
It's the ancestors. It's the ancestors.
Yes.
They push me because most times I don't have the energy to do what I need to do anyway.
But they push you and you do what they have directed you to do.
Yeah. And I question myself sometimes, because the thought occurred to me this morning in meditation and said, I'll come back to that in a second. Because I see how others are doing when they get out the car, they set up the table and they put the food on the table and they let people come and get it. That never occurred to me. And I said, why don't we do that? And then the other thought came into my mind and said, because we started at 10 City on Roosevelt Road, it was usually so cold outside. It was too cold to set something up on the table and say, y'all come get it. So we just open up trunk of the car and run and pass out the plates and get back in the car. So, you
do what's comfortable for you, what's convenient for you. That's how you do that. What's convenient for you. And it's getting cold. How is that going to work with the generators?
Not sure. I am not sure. I just don't know, because this group of people that we have on the north side, the people that we had on Roosevelt Road, they're gone, and they put up fences so nobody can get in there. Yeah, Tent City. That Tent City has been closed. So they not only put up fence, but they put up like an outer fence and an inner fence, so you can't even get to it. So yeah.
They got another 10 City on the north side.
Yeah, they got another 10 City. There's several of them. Wilson. So we go to Wilson, Lawrence, and Montrose. So we get off at Montrose and just
right there.
Yeah. Now, when you get off at Montrose, you won't see people in the park. You have to go up to Clarendon and come back down to Wilson, and they're all on the east side of the street, and it looks like a camp there. And last week there was a lady there. Her and I don't know if it's her son or her brother, but they were both in wheelchairs. So I got some lady stuff, to give her, and I was like, man, she's not here. I come on at 1:30. Naima says I come on at 1:30. Okay. I digress. Oh, they weren't there, so I kept her lady stuff in the car because I didn't want to give it away. It was early in the morning, so she might have been on, the doctor's appointment, because they were both gone, and they're usually both there. So they probably had Pace or somebody come and pick them. And I was glad to see that, because, sometimes you just need to get indoors to just to get the funk off of you from being outside all day. So I just hear that,
yeah, that's something else. I don't know. The parks used to have showers long time ago.
Yeah, they don't have those anymore.
Well,
they have them, but they just don't allow people to use them. That's all that is. That's all that is. And I see Naima is setting up. She's almost ready. But I want to say this very quickly before we go. I lost my car keys, and the dealer, has the fob on it. The dealer wants $400. I'm calling around because I'm not paying $400 for a key. And I called another dealership, and it was $300. I called these 5 or 6 Facebook ads that I saw on TV, where they say the keys are $60 to $100. And of course, when you call, it's $200. I rode to Maryville, Indiana, and got me a key for $1.50.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you go to alarm company and
I went to a locksmith. That's where you have to get it done. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah, as
don't
long as
believe, I said that to say this. Don't believe everything you see on Facebook because they lying to you.
don't believe everything you see, even with the manufacturer.
Right.
You know, they get you locked into the manufacturer because they or the car dealership because they want you to keep coming back to them.
Right. And I was like,
once you go somewhere else, they void any kind of warranty or guarantee that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Don't believe all you see or hear.
Nope. Do that. Can't do that one because you have to. That's why you always have to have granny in the back of you or grandpa in the back. You have to keep them on your shoulder. You have to talk to them every day and say, "Okay, Granny, is this where I need to be going?" Granny said, "Go to Maryville, baby." I went to Maryville. $1.50. I ain't want that $1.50, but I need my key.
And you got some inexpensive gasoline.
Girl, we ain't gonna talk about $2.98 a gallon. Oh my God. I was glad to go. $2.98 a gallon.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So it was worth it.
Yes, ma'am, all the way. Let me get this comment here. Rhonda says, "Thank you for all that you do." This is Rhonda. Yeah, continue to keep me in your prayers and preaching this message. Yeah, because Rhonda just lost her mom too. Her mom just made her transition this year. So, Rhonda, know that you're loved and you appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you want to play Be Wish, you let me know who would win, why, and I'm there. It's as simple as that. All righty. It is 1:27. It's time for our next commercial break coming up in just a few minutes. But I wanted to share with you the most fearful woman in the United States. That's how it is described. Yeah. No, it says it on the video. So I'm gonna play that, and we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, hopefully Naima will be here and she will be ready. Now, what this says is the most fearful woman in the U.S. IRS doesn't want to see her face or hear her voice. Part 2.
Happened to you. So, would you like to recount the story of how you went from being an IRS employee to someone being prosecuted and thrown in jail?
Okay, so I worked at the IRS for 7.5 years. Thought I was doing my duty, but there's a lot of dynamics that happened over the time. I started seeing things. One of the things I started to see was that little Joe Blow mom and pop businesses were getting slammed. So let's say I went out and did an audit on Joe Blow and his wife, and they had a small business, and they made some mistakes on their tax return and came out to them owing $25,000. Well, that hurts a business, a small business. That can really, really hurt them and even close them down. Then, a month later, I'm auditing a larger business, a partnership or a corporation, and they owe $300,000, right? And I turn in the report. But they have attorneys and CPAs that come in and make deals with the IRS attorneys and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, their $300,000 turns into only $25,000. So I didn't think that was fair at all on any different level. And then, it was family reasons that I quit the IRS. But people were afraid to talk to me about the things that they had heard about the income tax prior to me quitting. But when I quit, people started coming out of the woodwork saying, "Hey, I've heard that the income tax is being misapplied, or it's a fraud, or we're not really liable for the income tax. This thing was made up at Brentwood and all this." And I was listening to them, but I didn't do anything about it until I saw, and I'm cutting the story short, a USA Today ad put out by We the People Foundation that said, "Dear We the People, the income tax is a fraud." And in that full-page color ad, Joe Bannister, which is the former Criminal Investigation Division agent, had his book, and then there was an ad and a reward from a guy named Bill Conklin, $50,000 if you can prove that we have to file and pay. Well, hey, I'll get my chance. I'm going to sit down and tell these people that they have to file and pay. So I started researching because I really, really honestly wanted that $50,000. So weeks later, months later, I couldn't find it. I said, "What is going on here? Why is it so hard for me to and I'm really detailed with my research. Why is it so hard for me to sit down and say, here is the law that requires you to file and pay?" So other stuff started coming up, and then I found out about the Federal Reserve. I found out about Ed Griffin's book called The Creature from Jekyll Island. It's a long book, but I sat there and I read that book and I was fuming because I found out that the Federal Reserve is not federal. It's a private banking cartel that collects over $60 million in interest from the American people every day. I mean, look at the debt.
Did you hear what she said?
Mm-hmm.
Comes from the banking cartel that collects billions from people. I gotta play that back. Don't know about I gotta play that again. I believe. Well, yeah, I was
just like if people think the IRS is the federal government, they're not.
It's a corporation.
They're
They use
a corporation.
Yep. Here we go.
It's a private banking cartel that collects over $60 million in interest from the American people every day. I mean, look at the debt clock. The debt clock means this is all the interest that's being collected. And why is that? Because our Congress is supposed to be in charge of the money. But they abdicated that responsibility to a private banking cartel. So I started thinking to myself.
Yeah. So I started thinking to myself, we're living in the land of crooks. So I just thought I'd share that. Okay, it's time for me to go. It is time for Naima. I believe someone is on the stage.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Okay, Deborah, thank you. Appreciate you. One piece in here, Grease.
Very, very special day for peace. So, what we just saw in the video was just an overall promotional for HWPL for the World Peace Summit that was held on September 18th in 2014. So, looking at 2014, it's about 10 years later, right? So 10 years and 10 days later, here we are today to reflect on this 10-year path towards peace. So I want to thank you once again for coming today. My name is Albert Correa, and I'll be your presider today. So then as the video was, as we were looking at that video, what it was explaining about was that peace is possible when we are gathering together and when we are united. So when we are united, anything can be possible. Okay. So, as we're going through this time today, we're going to take a look, and we're also going to celebrate the work of peace that's been happening for about 10 years now. So, at this time, let us be those who are united together. Everyone is equal, everyone is valuable, and we must help each other and work together to build a good world that is livable for the future generations. To do so, we must work under the banner of peace and work towards achieving the goal of global peace. We must make this a common goal shared by all of us and make this a legacy that will last for future generations. War can never be a legacy. We are gathered here today because we believe in this work of peace. And for some who have been with us for a long time, it's nice to see some familiar faces here and also some new ones. So for those that have been here for a long time, you've been able to see this work unfold with your own eyes. So we will be hearing from some of these people later in our program and these leaders. And for others, this may be your first time attending an event like this. So I just wanted to say welcome and thank you so much for coming. So you'll learn more about us through our general manager, but for now, we shall sing the national anthem. So if we can, please do us a favor, if you would like to raise up. And then we'll be able to sing national anthem together.
And while they're doing that, we're going to take a quick break here, because this is where you'll hear the results for the Teen Talent Contest.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Oh, what up?
a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. There's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there. What's your name?
Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us and singing the national anthem. You may have a seat. Thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for bearing with us for any sound quality issues we are having. Right, but the work of peace will not be stopped by sound, correct? There we go. So thank you so much, everybody, for being able to bear with us at this moment. So at this time, let us welcome you to the anniversary of the September 18th HlnTvShow World Peace Summit. And with that being said, let us be those who create a world of peace through what? Through community and through regional collaboration. We cannot do the work of peace without you. We cannot do the work of peace separated. Only united can we be able to do this work. So thank you so much for coming, everybody, today. If we can go to the next slide, please. You all look very, very beautiful today. Thank you so much for dressing up, and thank you so much for coming in very proper and very professional. We would like to take this time to do a commemorative photo. And usually by the end of the event, everybody's pretty, like, talking and mingling and socializing together. So we'd rather do it now before we're all scattered about and having some fun, okay? So we will have some time to be able to socialize afterwards, but for now, if we can, please get everything ready so that we can take a commemorative photo. If you have a good side, this is the time to use it. If both of your sides are good sides, then stay beautiful, okay? So if we can, please do the picture now. Thank you. Big smiles. Big smiles. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We can also do a big smile from that.
There's also over 120 people who are online for this work of peace. Wow. But you may see, it's because of the size of the room that it may look, oh yeah, it's a very good group of people. Online, there's a lot of people online from many different states and from actually across the country and also across the world who are logging in as well. So let us be united and stand together today. Sound good? Okay. With that being said, thank you for being with us for the commemorative photo. I'm just going to take you a little bit through the itinerary for today. Okay, so about HWPL for Heavenly Culture, World Peace, and for the restoration of light. And so we are working to bring about a global peace by gathering together as one. Okay, so for today, we have the summary message from HQ General Manager remarks. And then afterwards, Chairman Lee will also have a commemorative speech as well. And then we'll also hear from the IPYG chairperson for their commemorative speech as well. After that, we have the IWPG and the local HWPL speakers, who are the leaders that are also gathered here today. Will be able to hear from you as well. So we'll hope to have a very, very great time. Okay. After that, we'll have a Peace Hero performance. We do have a lovely performance for everyone to be able to see. And then also, we have a peace activity. And everybody's favorite part, we have food. So with that being said, if we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so about HWPL, Heavenly Culture, World Peace, and the Restoration of Light, established May 25th, 2013, and it comprises of over 500,000 members, and over 100,000 joined in 2023 alone. So the signed piece of 1,014 MOAs and MOUs from 105 different countries. So very impressive. So what can we do now? We can be one in this work of peace together with everybody around the world who is united at this time. Thank you very much. We can go to the next slide, please. So what we're going to do is that we're going to watch some recaps from the HWPL from the last 10 years. So I hope everybody will watch the video well so we can get that running.
전 세계 평화가족 여러분, 안녕하십니까? 화단법인 하늘문화세계평화광고 HWPL
the Managing Director of Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Light, HWPL. First, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you who are attending this event and participating from various countries around the world, dedicating yourselves to achieving peace with a pure spirit of service and sacrifice. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the HWPL World Peace Summit. On this meaningful occasion, allow me to report on the progress of HWPL's peace activities. HWPL was founded on May 25th, 2013 as an international peace organization. It is registered in Seoul, Republic of Korea, and it also holds a special consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council. The International Peace Youth Group and the International Women's Peace Group work as the two wings of HWPL that carry out peace activities at a global scale. In efforts to build a global alliance for peace, Chairman Mahi Lee led the peace delegation through 32 tours, continuously traveling around the world. Heads of state, speakers of parliaments, chief justices, religious leaders, educators, journalists, youth and women's organization leaders from various countries have signed agreements to unite for peace. As a result, HWPL has signed peace MOAs and MOUs with 1,014 organizations from 105 countries, including central and local government bodies. Millions of citizens send letters from across the world to support HWPL's peace activities and request a membership. HWPL currently has approximately 500,000 members in 170 countries. Notably, in the past year alone, we had about 100,000 new members sign up, making HlnTvPL one of the most dynamic organizations among the numerous peace groups worldwide. On January 24th, 2014, in Mindanao, Philippines, Chairman Manny Lee approached local political and religious leaders to propose a civilian peace agreement. Mindanao had been a region where approximately 100,000 people lost their lives and millions became refugees over 40 years due to intensified religious and socio-political conflicts. Following the civilian peace agreement mediated by HlnTvPL, a culture of peace has been blossoming in the region. The evidence is shown by the establishment of numerous peace monuments and peace libraries that commemorate peace activities instead of war. In particular, this year, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao government officially supported and institutionalized Chairman Lee and HlnTvPL's peace activities through their legislation. The BARM approved 2 resolutions this year, the DPCW and January 24 as HlnTvPL Peace Day. Furthermore, the active support of participation of the BARM government and the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, textbooks incorporating HlnTvPL peace education content have been officially adopted as formal curriculum. Through that initiative, peace education is scheduled to be provided to approximately 1.26 million students across Mindanao region next year. On September 18, 2014, HlnTvPL hosted the September 18th HlnTvPL World Peace Summit in Seoul, Republic of Korea, inviting leaders from various sectors and citizens. The summit was attended by approximately 2,000 leaders from 170 countries and over 200,000 citizens, making it the largest international event organized by a non-governmental organization. At the conference, 3 important agreements were signed to end war and achieve peace, with heaven, earth, and all people of the world as witnesses. First, the agreement to propose the enactment of international law for the cessation of wars and world peace was signed by former heads of state and other high-level leaders. Second, the World Alliance of Religions Agreement was signed by religious leaders from various denominations. Lastly, the leaders of various organizations promised to urge the implementation of these agreements. For the past 10 years, HlnTvPL has been working tirelessly to ensure that these agreements do not remain mere promises, but are actually implemented and has been achieving many significant results. In 2014, to implement the agreements from the 2014 World Peace Summit, HlnTvPL established the HlnTvPL International Law Peace Committee, ILPC, composed of world-renowned international law experts. On March 14, 2016, the ILPC, together with Chairman Lee, announced to the world the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, DPCW, consisting of 10 articles and 38 clauses. The declaration contains practical peace development measures that can be implemented by all sectors of global society. Following the declaration, numerous countries and regional bodies have officially supported it at a national level. These include the Pan-African Parliament, which is a legislative body of the African Union representing 55 countries, the Central American Parliament, a united legislative body of 6 Central American countries, and Andean Parliament, representing 5 South American countries and several individual nations, such as South Sudan. Notably this year, HlnTvPL is officially conducting sessions at the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, Switzerland, in collaboration with representatives from 16 countries. HlnTvPL plans to submit the DPCW to the UN General Assembly for the implementation of international law on peace. HlnTvPL is dedicated to resolving interreligious conflicts, a primary cause of war, and realizing world peace. To fulfill the promise made at the World Peace Summit, HlnTvPL operates 288 World Alliance of Religions peace offices in 131 countries. In particular, HlnTvPL International Religious Peace Academy, which began last year, goes beyond simple inter-religious exchange. By promoting a deep understanding of each religion's scriptures, it is unifying religions through a trustworthy scripture. This year, the HWPL International Religious Peace Academy on Christianity, Buddhism, and Islam were held separately, with 2,345 religious leaders from 96 countries participating. These events are fostering true harmony beyond religious boundaries. HWPL is conducting peace education to leave peace as an eternal legacy for future generations. It has produced education materials supplied in 90 countries. It also trained and appointed 2,344 peace educators from 23 countries to teach those materials. HWPL to date has signed MOAs with ministries of education and higher education in 21 countries, including MOUs with 629 educational institutions across 95 countries. The International Peace Youth Group, IPYG, an affiliate organization of HWPL, is the world's largest youth peace organization with over 1,200 member organizations from 119 countries. The goal of ending global wars by the hands of the youth is what organized IPYG. It also runs YetW groups in 53 countries worldwide. Each working group actively develops customized peace projects as a local project to mediate conflict, spread peace education, refugee relief, and cultural exchange include some of their efforts. Recently, institutionalizing youth peace projects is included in its work area. It is collaborating on various fronts by forming partnership with governments, youth departments, institutions worldwide. HWPL spares no effort in volunteering for post-war recovery and serving local communities in multiple countries. Over the past year, HWPL has conducted 291 volunteer activities worldwide, including relief efforts of Ukrainian war refugees and for socially vulnerable groups. In South Korea particularly, HWPL for communication and harmony. Since January, 11 new committees have been established in different local areas. To date, these committees have held about 50 meetings to discuss regional issues and conduct peace activities in unity with local governments and community organizations. The media reported on HWPL's global peace initiatives 2,042 times in 104 countries over the past year. The founding of HLNTVShow started with Chairman Man-hee Lee, a Korean War veteran who understands the horrors of war better than anyone. He established the noble goal of leaving a world without war as an eternal legacy for future generations. Despite being over 90 years old, he has led the peace work with such commitment to win that peace for the entire global peace family, suffering from countless wars. The intensity and determination was enough to name him a peace independence activist. All records and photos are stored here at the Peace Institute for anyone to view. HWPL has continuously fulfilled the promise of peace made at the World Peace Summit 10 years ago and will certainly continue to do so. HWPL has a powerful organization, execution capability, and global solidarity that no other organization in the world can match. Dear global family of peace, peace does not belong to any one individual, but all of us. Isn't it our shared responsibility to work towards it and maintain it? Please unite ourselves. Let us unite with HWPL. All your peace letters and activities will shine forever in history. Once again, I thank all members of the Peace family who attended this historic 10th anniversary of the HWPL September 18th World Peace Summit. With that, I conclude the progress report.
Okay, everybody can hear me well?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay, very good. Did you watch the video well?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so what did we just hear? What did we just learn, right? So what we just saw on the screen was the general manager of HWPL. His name is Kang Tae-ho. And what he shared was the progress report that happened with HWPL. So you heard many things going on, right? You've seen a lot of stuff on the screen. But the thing that we really, really want everybody here to be able to think about is this one thing. Please ask yourself this question. What legacy will I leave behind for peace? What legacy will I leave behind for peace? Also, what can I do for peace where I am at now? Thinking of these things, please join me in reiterating some of the things that were said within this video. Please reflect and ask yourself, what can I do for the work of peace? So what we see is that HlnTvPL was established in May 2013. We had many peace legislations that were also signed. We had MOAs and MOUs. We had many governmental bodies working together. It has approximately 500,000 members in 170 countries. And again, over 100,000 signed within this last year. In 2014, after just 1 year, HlnTvPL also mediated a peace between a war-torn Mindanao, which is in the Philippines. In that Philippine war, over 120,000 deaths, over 40 years of war, was brought to end by a simple question. That question was, do you want peace? Raise your hand. Well, very good, yeah. That's exactly what the leaders did on both sides, actually, too. And the chairman, he also asked, he said, do you want peace? Raise your hand.
Yes.
And also those leaders raised their hand. Because it's usually the youth who are suffering from these wars, right? People don't want to have wars. So let us also think about our contributions at this time. So in 2014, we had the World Peace Summit. There was over 2,000 leaders, 170 countries, and over 200,000 citizens. The largest international event organized for this work of peace. So we are operating in over 288 Oracle dialogues in 131 countries. Unifying religion through a trustworthy scripture. So we have many different religious backgrounds who are coming together to be able to discuss these within these types of dialogues. Okay? And we have a lot of different topics, so if you have not gotten a chance to actually attend one of those, we definitely welcome you to it, right? Many different religions coming together and looking within their scriptures to find a commonality within them, okay? Some of the different backgrounds is Christianity, we have Buddhism, Islam, all had peace academies based on each religion, and these are fostering very good results and very good relationships, I might add as well. Okay. There's also the work of peace education that can also be taught in the schools as well. So there was appointed over 2,344 peace educators from 23 different countries and a lot of supplies of peace education materials that were given to these countries.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, zhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
Love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, letting me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.